as we were all wondering what's happening on the other side of the border, and what's happening at the border, and what is happening to those who cross the border, and what will it mean for us. Some of the posts on Facebook, as people were saying, this is the situation at Ugati, you could see that there were people from faraway continents. And as we were in the meetings, it was a concern to us. And then I got a phone call. I think it was first from Sabina, saying one of our students from the student fellowship is at Ugati and says there are people who need a place, or can we open our doors? And I thought to myself, well, we have to be careful. That's a project that can require preparation. We need to think before we act with something that big. And then she called back and said, but this person's really bothered by what he's seeing. Do you get the theme of persistence yet? And so I thought, okay, this is really something we need to do. I just don't know if we can do it now. And then she called back and said, can I give him your number? Now, by that point, I had an idea where this was going, but I said yes. And he called, he gave me a specific number of people, and I said, I'm coming.
We are meeting people at the train station when we can, and when they arrive, we're offering them 1 to 2 night stay, a bed to sleep in, a warm shower, a warm meal, hospitality.
Here at St. Columba's with our overnight shelter for refugees, all of our guests so far have been Africans. Most of them are African students. And in fact, we're going to focus specifically on the students. I think the reputation is building. People are recognizing that we're a place, if they come across an African student, we're one of the places they can come, one of the few places. Many people in Hungary have felt the need to help people coming across the border. But for the Hungarians coming from across the border, they might have relatives, have other contacts. For the Ukrainians coming across the border, there's a lot of help being offered. But for some reason, people seem slower to offer hospitality to the Africans coming. We have a lot of Nigerians coming across the border. So if other people aren't helping them, then we figure that can be our special opportunity to focus on the African students coming across.
We have sort of a sign-in desk where we take down their details. Then we get them a mattress, pillow, blanket, sheets, and help them to find a place in the building where they would like to have their bed. Then we invite them to have some food, ask them what they need, if they would like to talk, somebody is available to talk. We also have an information center where we point out to them things they might need to know, address of embassy, address of immigration.
Some have more than others. When they check in at the guest desk when they arrive, we are intentional to offer toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, shower gel or soap, shower shoes, the basic personal hygiene items.
When a train arrives at Nyugati at the Western Railway Station and these people are getting off, then there is an organization there called Migration Aid. Migration Aid is trying to arrange the accommodation. So just today, I think I've had 2 or 3 calls where they called me up and they said, okay, according to our information, you are accepting African students. We have a Nigerian student. Can he come to you? And we've had 1 arrive already today. The challenge again is that's my phone number. So anytime day or night, and sometimes it's quite late at night, it means that if they call me, I then have to call somebody here. So that's why hopefully we'll have a number here, and it will just be the people at the Western Railway Station call us to see if we have the capacity, and when we say yes, they send the students our way.
We have a policy of 2-night stay, but of course we're not going to turn people away. But 2 nights, they tend to find other accommodation and move on.
The ones who are earlier in their studies, many of them have been flown home. The ones who are later in their studies, for example, a 5th or 6th year medical student, for them it's a little more complicated, and I think they're staying a little longer here, but mostly they have found other accommodations in Budapest that are a little bit longer term.
We've had a good cross-section of volunteers arrive on our doorstep, people we don't know, people who haven't joined this church but are willing to help, which has been wonderful. We have a wide range of things to complete throughout the day. We've got people in church all the time. The other things like food, restaurants are contributing. So constantly we have a change of bedding and sheets that need laundering and changing. That is becoming a challenge as we have no washing machine. So we're having to go to a laundromat and it's very expensive.
We often need the hard slippers, the hard shower slippers. We also have an ongoing need for paper towel, trash bags, washing pods for the laundry, and we also need dishwash detergent for the dishwasher.
Food we're doing well with food. We are organised with that. And it's working well. We still need more volunteers. We are exceptionally short of people to stay in the building overnight from midnight until 6 in the morning. We're well equipped now for going forward. But we are short of, we're short of money. Donations are always welcome to spend in where we need to spend it. We're having to purchase even taxis for our guests to get them to immigration and Nigerian embassies because we have Nigerian students here.
So we have a lot of donated items at the moment. Just over here I see toilet paper, and I know over here we have medicines that were donated, but we also have running costs. Sometimes we have things that just come up that we would not have thought to ask for in advance. One of the major things we're spending money on is washing. When you have new people every day, that also means we need to do a lot of washing. So some money will be going to that. In order to manage our intake system better, it would be good for us to have a mobile phone here that's not just my phone or someone's, but it would be the permanent phone on site for whoever the coordinator is at that time. And that involves an expense. The SIM card, the device itself, our internet here has been good enough for our purposes for the most part, but now we have up to 30 guests a night using the internet in order to figure out their next steps, in order to contact family, in order to see how their friend who's farther behind is going. It's vital that they have a good connection, and our connection is not good enough. So just today we're purchasing a hotspot device that's going to be available for them. As we work, we see the needs. So things like laundry, the hotspot, the phone. I can anticipate a time where with this money we might buy a tablet or a laptop, trying to now equip ourselves so that we can be efficient.
So we opened the doors, and we've had lots of reasons to pray since then. Praying that people could get together, praying that a family would be able to cross the border, praying for a baby that's just 45 days old, but also wondering where the next volunteer might come from, or literally, after people arrived here with a few sleeping bags gathered from home, my question was, what about breakfast tomorrow? So very early in the morning, I sent a message out. By early in the morning, I mean 1 a.m. I said, can somebody bring breakfast? And at about 1:05 a.m., somebody said, I'll bring it.